My precious child, hear my voice. I know the weight you have been carrying. I see the silent battles you have fought when no one else was watching. I know how your heart has grown weary from trying to stand strong, trying to push forward, trying to hold everything together when you feel like you are breaking inside. You whisper in the night, "Lord, I cannot do this anymore." And I tell you now, you don't have to. For I, your Savior, your Shepherd, your King, will carry you through. Your strength was never meant to be enough. I never asked you to fight these storms alone. I never required you to prove your worth by surviving in your own power. I created you to lean on me, to rest in me, to draw from my strength when yours is gone. Do not feel ashamed that you have come to the end of yourself. It is here, in your weakness, that my power is revealed. It is here, when your hands tremble and your knees buckle, that I place my arms beneath you and lift you up. I have carried you through more than you realize. The nights you thought you would not see the morning, I held you. The times when grief pressed so heavy on your chest that you could not breathe, my spirit breathed for you. The moments when you wanted to give up and let go, it was my hand that refused to release yours. Even now, as you wonder if you will make it through this storm, know that I am already carrying you. Do not mistake my silence for absence. Even when your prayers feel unanswered, even when the darkness lingers, my presence surrounds you. My love is holding you together. My power is fighting for you in unseen ways. You are not abandoned, my child. You are not forgotten. You are not walking through this valley alone. I walk beside you, and when your strength fails, I carry you close to my heart. Rest here in the safety of my embrace. You do not need to explain, to perform, to strive. I already know the pain. I already see the wounds. I already feel the weight. And still, I call you beloved. Still, I whisper over your soul. You are safe in my arms. You will not be overcome. I will carry you through. My beloved child, listen closely, for my words are life to your weary heart and healing to your hidden wounds. You have walked a long road, and though you feel unsteady, I assure you that your journey is not in vain. Every step you have taken, even the trembling ones I have seen, every tear you have shed, I have gathered. Every sigh, every silent cry has risen before me, and I have answered, though you may not always see it yet. You think you are walking alone, but you are not. You think the weight of your burdens rests entirely on your shoulders, but I have already placed them upon mine. I am not a distant God who watches from afar. I am the shepherd who carries his lambs close to his heart. When you feel the darkness pressing in, when you feel like your prayers are unheard, know this: I am closer than your very breath. I am holding you when you cannot hold yourself. I am guiding you when you cannot see the way forward. Do you remember the moments when you thought it was the end? When you whispered, "I cannot go on"? You did not end there because I would not allow you to. You did not collapse under the weight because I was beneath you, lifting you up. Even when you did not realize it, my strength became the ground you stood on. My grace became the very breath that sustained you. My hand became the anchor when your soul was tossed in the storm. You have been fighting battles too heavy for your strength. Some of them are visible, but many are hidden deep within, the kind no one else notices, the kind that exhausts you silently. But hear me clearly. I have already fought for you. I have already gone before you into the storm. I have already declared victory over the enemies that sought to destroy you. The cross was not just a moment in history. It was the eternal declaration that you will never fight alone. I took upon myself the weight of your sin, your pain, your shame, and I carried it to the grave. And when I rose carrying you with me, into freedom, into hope, into everlasting life. So now, in this very moment, when your faith feels fragile and your heart feels faint, I remind you, Your strength does not define the outcome of this battle. My strength does. Your wavering faith does not determine my faithfulness. I remain steady even when you tremble. I remain unchanging even when you are uncertain. You may stumble, but I will not let you fall. You may feel weak, but my power will uphold you. You may feel afraid, but my perfect love will drive out that fear. Beloved, you ask yourself, how will I make it through this season? How will I survive what feels impossible? But I tell you now, you will not only survive, you will be carried. You will not only endure, you will overcome. For I am the one who lifts you from the ashes and sets your feet upon the rock. I am the one who brings rivers in the desert, light in the night, and strength in your weakness. You are not a burden to me. Hear that again. You are not a burden to me. Your struggles, your weaknesses, your doubts, they do not repel me. They draw me near. I take joy in carrying you, not because you are strong, but because you are mine. I do not carry you reluctantly, but with delight. I do not lift you grudgingly, but with joy. For you are my treasure, my beloved, my chosen one. I have written your name on the palms of my hands. I have engraved your story into eternity. Nothing can separate you from my love. Even when others fail you, I remain constant. Even when doors close, I open ways unseen. Even when storms rage, I whisper peace. You may not see the full picture now, but trust me, I am weaving everything together for good. Every battle you face will become a testimony of my faithfulness. Every wound you carry will become a vessel of my healing. Every valley you walk will lead to higher ground. And when this storm has passed, for it will pass, you will see that I not only carried you through, but I lifted you higher. You will stand on ground you once thought unreachable. You will breathe air that feels new and free. You will speak words of hope that flow from scars I have healed. And others will look at you and see not the brokenness that once defined you, but the strength of the one who carried you. But child, do not wait until the battle is over to rest. Rest now in me. Rest in the truth that I am enough for you. Rest in the promise that I will never leave you nor forsake you. Rest in the certainty that I am carrying you, even now. Stop striving to hold everything together. Let go of the burden you were never meant to bear alone. Place it in my hands and trust that I will not let you fall. For I am your refuge. I am your safe place. I am your shelter in the storm. When the winds rage and the waters rise, I will not let them overwhelm you. When fear whispers that you are alone, I will silence it with my presence. When doubt tells you that you cannot endure, I will remind you that my strength is limitless and it is yours. I know you feel tired. I know you feel worn. I know you wonder how long you can endure. But I promise you this. I will carry you until you can walk again. I will hold you until your strength returns. I will guide you until the path is clear. And when you reach the other side, you will see that it was never your own strength that sustained you. It was mine. So now, release your fears to me. Release your anxieties, your questions, your worries. Place them in my hands and rest, for I am carrying you. You do not need to know the details of how everything will work out. You only need to know the one who holds you, and that one, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the King who conquered death, is holding you now. Beloved, let this truth sink deep into your heart. You are not alone. You have never been alone, and you never will be. I will carry you through every storm, every valley, every trial, not because you deserve it, not because you are strong, but because you are mine, and I will never let you go. My beloved one, I see you still struggling with the questions in your heart. You wonder, Lord, if you are carrying me, then why does the road still feel so heavy? Hear me. The weight you feel is not yours alone anymore. I have taken the heaviest part of it. What remains is not to crush you, but to teach you that even in your weakness, my grace is enough. You may not yet understand why the storm has not ceased, why the mountain has not yet moved, why the night still stretches long before the dawn. But know this: even when the storm rages, you are safe in my arms. Even when the mountain looms before you, I am already lifting you. Even when the night seems endless, my light is guiding you forward. When I carry you, I do not simply remove you from every trial. No, child, I carry you through them so that you will know the depth of my love, the power of my presence, and the certainty of my faithfulness. If I lifted every storm the moment it appeared, you would never know that I am greater than the storm. If I removed every burden instantly, you would never feel my arms holding you close. If I silenced every battle before it began, you would never learn that my victory is already yours. I am not a rescuer who simply takes you out of pain. I am the Savior who walks with you into it, through it, and beyond it. I am the shepherd who does not leave his sheep in the valley, but leads them step by step until they reach the green pastures. I am the Father who does not watch from a distance, but carries his child on his shoulders until the journey is safe. Look back for a moment, beloved. Remember the roads you thought would break you. Remember the nights you thought you would not survive? You made it through, not by your own strength, but because I carried you. And just as I did then, I will do again. For I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My hand has never grown weak, and my heart has never turned away from you. You fear the future, wondering, what if I fall again? What if my faith is not enough? What if the storm is greater than me? And I whisper to you, even if you fall, I will lift you. Even if your faith trembles, I will remain faithful. Even if the storm rages louder, my peace will be louder still. Rest in this truth. You are not the one holding on to me. I am the one holding on to you. And my grip does not slip. My arms do not tire. My promise does not fail. Do not be afraid of tomorrow. Do not let the weight of what-ifs steal the peace of today. Tomorrow's grace will meet you tomorrow, but today I am carrying you. Breathe in my presence. Let go of your striving. Trust the strength that never fails. Beloved, when this trial ends, and it will end, you will not come out of it the same. You will come out stronger, though you felt weak. You will come out healed, though you once were broken. You will come out radiant, though you walked through shadows. And when you look back, you will see my footprints beside yours, carrying you when you could not walk, lifting you when you could not rise, holding you when you could not hold yourself. And even more, others will see it too. They will look at you and say, surely the Lord carried them. Your testimony will not only be your survival, but my faithfulness. Your scars will not only remind you of pain, but of healing. Your journey will not only reveal your weakness, but my strength that carried you through. So once more I say to you, do not be afraid. Do not give up. Do not let despair win. For I am here. I am near. I am carrying you through. And when your race is finished, when your journey is complete, you will stand before me, not worn down by the storms, crowned with victory. For I, your Savior, your Shepherd, your King, never let you go. Rest in my arms now, child. You are safe. You are loved. You are mine, and I will carry you through. My beloved child, hear my voice again, for I know your heart is weary, and the weight of this season presses deeply upon your soul. You feel as though your strength is running out, as though the ground beneath you trembles, as though the light of hope is flickering faintly in the distance. Yet I tell you this truth, even in the moments when you feel like collapsing under the burden, you are not falling, for I am carrying you. I carry you not reluctantly, but joyfully. I carry you not because you deserve it, but because you are mine. You belong to me, and I will not let the storms of life devour what my blood has redeemed. My hands are strong enough to hold the entire universe in place. Do you think, then, that they are too weak to hold you? My arms stretched wide upon the cross, bearing the weight of sin and sorrow for all mankind. Do you imagine that now they will tremble when it comes to lifting you? Never. My love has not diminished. My power has not lessened. My desire for you has not faded. The road you are walking is long, yes, and the valleys may feel endless. The nights may feel darker than you thought possible. But listen, child, a valley has two ends. A night has a dawn. And though you feel stuck in the middle, I already see the other side. I am carrying you toward it, step by step, even when you cannot perceive the movement. You think nothing is changing. You think your prayers go unanswered. But in the unseen, I am working. In the silence, I am speaking. In the stillness, I am moving. There are moments when you whisper, "Lord, why don't you just take this pain away?" And my answer is tender. Because I am teaching you that my presence is greater than relief, that my nearness is better than escape, that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. If I removed every trial the moment it appeared, you would never know what it means to be carried. You would never understand the depth of my commitment to you. You would never realize that your identity is not in how well you fight, but in how fully you are loved. Do you remember, beloved, how many times you thought you would not survive? How many nights you cried into your pillow, convinced the morning would not bring hope? Yet you are still here. You are still breathing. You are still standing, not because you were strong enough, but because I carried you through. The same God who delivered you then is the same God who delivers you now. I am unchanging. I am unfailing. I am ever present. And I tell you this, when I carry you, it is not only to get you through the storm, but to bring you out higher, stronger, deeper in faith than you ever imagined. You will not emerge from this season empty-handed. No, child, you will carry treasures of wisdom, compassion, endurance, and testimony. What was meant to break you will become the very evidence of my faithfulness. What the enemy designed for your destruction will become the story of your deliverance. Think of a shepherd with a wounded lamb. Does he leave it limping on the path, struggling alone? No. He bends down, lifts it upon his shoulders, and carries it until the lamb is healed. That is what I am doing for you. I am not watching from a distance. I am not shouting instructions from afar. I am beneath you, supporting you, holding you, walking every step on your behalf. Think of a parent teaching a child to walk. The child stumbles, falls, grows weary, but the parent never abandons them. The parent bends low, lifts them up, steadies their steps, and carries them when their legs refuse to move. I am that parent, beloved. I know your limits. I know when to let you walk and when to carry you. I know when to stretch your faith and when to shelter you. Trust my timing. Trust my wisdom. Trust my arms. Do not believe the lie that says you must hold everything together. Do not believe the whisper that tells you you're failing because you feel weak. Weakness does not disqualify you from my love. It draws you deeper into it. Brokenness does not repel me. It attracts my healing. Tears do not drive me away. They call me closer. I am not ashamed of your weakness. I am not surprised by your struggles. I am not weary of your cries. For every sigh of your soul is music to my ears. Every tear you shed is precious to me. Every unspoken ache is already known in my heart. And I tell you, there will be an end to this trial. There will be a dawn after this night. There will be joy after sorrow. And when that day comes, you will testify not of how strong you were, but of how faithfully I carried you. Others will look upon your life and see not defeat, but victory. They will not say, "Look what they did in their own strength," but rather, "Look how the Lord carried them." Beloved, this journey is not just about you. Yes, I am healing you. Yes, I am carrying you. But through your story, others will find hope. Through your survival, others will find faith. Through your restoration, others will find courage to believe that I can carry them too. Your life is a vessel of my glory. Your testimony is a light in the darkness. Your scars are not shame, but signs of redemption. So lift your head, even if your heart still feels heavy. Rest your soul, even if your mind is weary. Let go of the fear of tomorrow, for I hold tomorrow in my hands. You are safe in me. You are secure in me. You are unshakable, not because of your foundation, but because I am the rock beneath you. And hear this again. You are not holding on to me. I am holding on to you. And my grip never slips. My arms never weaken. My promise never fails. I carried you yesterday. I carry you today. I will carry you tomorrow. And one day when this life is finished, I will carry you across the threshold of eternity, where every tear will be wiped away, every sorrow healed, every wound restored, and you will finally see the fullness of the love that has carried you all along. Until then, rest in me, lean into me, trust me with everything. Do not measure my presence by the size of the storm. Measure the storm by the size of your Savior, and remember, I will never let you go. You are mine. You are loved. You are safe, and I will carry you through. My beloved child, do not be afraid to lean your whole weight upon me. You have carried burdens that were never meant to rest on your shoulders. You have tried to fight battles that I already won for you. You have whispered in the secret place, Lord, how much longer can I endure this? And I answer you tenderly, as long as it takes, for I am the one who carries you through. Look at the mountain ahead and tremble, believing you must climb it with your own strength. But hear me, I do not ask you to conquer the mountain alone. I ask you to place your hand in mine, to let me lift you step by step, until what seemed impossible becomes a testimony of my faithfulness. The truth you must remember is this: I am not distant. I am not passive. I am not a silent observer of your pain. I am Emmanuel, God with you. I am the shepherd who leaves the 99 to carry the one. I am the father who runs to the prodigal, embracing with joy and covering with mercy. I am the friend who sticks closer than a brother, the refuge for the weary, strong tower for the broken. Do you think your weakness disqualifies you? No, my child. Your weakness is the very place where my power rests. My grace does not flow through perfection. It flows through surrender. My strength is not displayed through self-sufficiency, but through dependence. The world may tell you to prove yourself, to never stumble, to always stand tall. But I tell you, fall into my arms, for I will not let you be crushed. When you feel like you cannot pray, I carry your sighs as prayers before the Father. When you feel too weary to worship, I surround you with songs of deliverance. When you feel lost in confusion, I lead you by my Spirit, even when you cannot see the way. You may not realize it now, but you are being held closer than ever before. Remember how many times I carried my people before you. I carried Israel through the Red Sea when the waters threatened to drown them. I carried Elijah when he sat beneath the tree, weary of life itself. I carried David when his soul was crushed by sorrow and betrayal. I carried Peter when the waves rose around him. And I carried John upon my chest in the upper room, resting in my love. If I carried them, will I not also carry you? Beloved, do not measure my care by how quickly the storm passes. Some storms are long, but they will not destroy you. Some nights are dark, but they cannot last forever. And through it all, I am the constant. I am the one who neither slumbers nor sleeps. I am the one whose eyes are always upon you, whose heart beats with unchanging love for you. You ask, Lord, how can I trust you when I cannot see the end? I answer, you do not need to see the end when you know who walks with you. A child does not question whether the parent knows the road home. They rest in the arms that hold them. So too, rest in me. I know the way you take, and when you have been tested, You will come forth as gold. I see the questions that linger in your heart. What if I fail? What if my faith is not enough? What if I let go? Hear me. Even when your faith trembles, I remain unshaken. Even when your grip loosens, my hand never lets go. Even when your courage falters, my promise endures. You are not sustained by your ability to cling to me. You are sustained by my ability to hold you. Do you not know? Have you not heard? I am the everlasting God. I do not grow weary. I do not faint. And those who wait upon me shall renew their strength. They shall rise on wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. This is not a poetic dream. It is my living promise for you. I know the secret battles you have faced, the ones you have told no one about. I know the weight of shame, the sting of betrayal, the ache of loneliness, the fear of tomorrow. And still, I have chosen you. Still, I call you mine. Still, I wrap you in the robe of my righteousness and say, this one is beloved. Do not let the voice of the accuser drown out the voice of your shepherd. Do not let the lies of fear steal the truth of my love. When you feel as though you are drowning in sorrow, remember, I walked upon the waters. When you feel trapped in the fire, remember, I stood with my children in the furnace, and not a hair on their head was harmed. When you feel swallowed by darkness, remember, I am the light of the world, and no darkness can overcome me. Child, you think the storm defines you, but it does not. You think the pain is your identity, but it is not. You think the failure is the end, but it is not. You are not defined by what you endure. You are defined by who you belong to, and you belong to me. I want you to picture this. You are walking through a desert, your legs trembling, your lips dry, your strength fading. The journey feels endless, yet suddenly you realize you are no longer walking. I am carrying you in my arms, pressing you to my heart, shielding you from the scorching sun. You rest your head against me, and for the first time in a long while, peace floods your soul. That, beloved, is what I am doing for you now. Yes, there will still be battles. Yes, there will still be trials. But none of them will separate you from my love. None of them will be too great for my arms. None of them will silence the promise that I will finish what I started in you. The enemy wants you to believe this is the end, but I declare it is a beginning. He wants you to believe you are forsaken, but I declare you are chosen. He wants you to believe you will be crushed, but I declare you will rise. And when you rise, it will not be by your own power, but by the strength of the one who carried you all along. So rest, my child. Stop striving. Stop fearing. Stop carrying what I have already lifted. Fall into my embrace and breathe. You do not need to figure it all out. You do not need to see how it ends. You only need to know this. You are safe in my arms. You are loved beyond measure, and you will be carried through. And one day, when you look back upon this season, you will see footprints, not yours, but mine. You will see how I lifted you when you were weary, how I shielded you when you were weak, how I fought for you when you had no strength to fight. And your heart will declare, truly, the Lord carried me through. So take courage. I am here, I am near, and I will carry you, today, tomorrow, and forevermore. My beloved child, I know how heavy this road feels. I know you wonder, Lord, will I ever see the other side of this? You feel like the night has stretched on too long, and you are waiting for the dawn. Hear me now. The dawn is coming, but even here in the night I am carrying you through. Your tears have not gone unseen. Every cry of your heart, every sigh you have released into the silence has reached my ears. I collect your tears in my bottle. I treasure them as part of your story, for none of your pain is wasted. Do not think for a moment that what you are enduring is overlooked by heaven. I have marked every step, and I myself am walking with you in it. Do you remember how I carried my disciples? When the storm rose on the sea and their boat was nearly swamped, they thought I was asleep, unaware of their terror. But I arose, I spoke, and the winds obeyed me. Even when they doubted, I carried them through the waves. Beloved, do not confuse my stillness for absence. Just because the storm still rages does not mean I have abandoned you. I am present, and at my word the storm must bow. You may ask, but Lord, why does the storm continue? Because sometimes the storm is not to destroy you, but to reveal me. Sometimes I allow the winds to rise so that you may see that I am stronger still. Sometimes the fire refines what comfort never could. You may not understand now, but one day you will look back and see how I was carrying you not only out of danger, but into destiny. When you say, I can't walk any further, I lift you. When you say, I can't believe anymore, I cover you with my faithfulness. When you say, I don't know who I am anymore, I remind you, you are mine. My arms do not grow weary. My heart does not lose patience. My strength is endless. I am not like man, who grows tired of carrying weight. I am the everlasting God, and I delight to carry you. Think of the shepherd carrying his lamb upon his shoulders. The lamb may stumble, wander, or fall, but the shepherd does not discard it. He places it gently upon his neck, holding its legs close, walking with joy though the road is long. Child, this is what I do for you. You are not a burden to me. You are my joy. It is my delight to carry you. You do not have to prove your worth to remain in my arms. You do not have to perform to earn my strength. You do not have to hide your weakness, for I see it and I love you still. Do not fear that I will grow tired of you. I will never put you down and walk away. Even when you stumble again, even when you fall in the same place you thought you overcame, I still pick you up. My patience has no end. My mercy renews every morning. Beloved, I know the battle you face within yourself. You question if your faith is enough, if your prayers reach me, if your failures have made you unworthy. But listen, your faith does not carry you. I carry you. Your prayers do not hold you up. My hand does. Your worth is not measured by your victories, but by my love that has already named you mine. Let me remind you of a promise. Even to your old age and gray hairs, I am He. I am He who will sustain you. I have made you and I will carry you. I will sustain you and I will rescue you. Isaiah 46:4. This is not just a verse. This is my heart toward you. I carried you before you even knew me. I carried you when you wandered far. I carried you when you doubted my name. And I will carry you until the very end of your days and beyond into eternity. When the enemy whispers, you are alone, hear my voice declaring, I am with you always. When the world shouts, you are failing, listen to my heart. You are more than a conqueror through me. When fear tells you, this storm will break you, believe instead, this storm will reveal my glory in you. Child, you think the path ahead is too much for you, and you are right. It is too much for you alone. But you were never called to walk alone. That is why I walk with you, why I lift you, why I carry you. Together, nothing is impossible. Do you see now? The secret is not in how strong you are, but in how surrendered you are. The breakthrough is not in your striving, but in your resting. The miracle is not in your willpower, but in my power. Trust me enough to rest in my arms. You will rise again. You will see the other side. You will walk in testimony, declaring not what you achieved, but what I carried you through. And your story will be a light for others who feel as you do now. They will hear your voice and know, if the Lord carried them, He will carry me too. So, my beloved, lift your eyes. Do not let despair chain you down. Let hope awaken again, not because you see how, but because you know who. Rest in this truth. You are safe in my arms, and I will carry you through. Until the very end, until the final victory, until the day you stand before me whole and radiant. And even then my arms will not let you go. My beloved, lean close and listen. I do not simply walk beside you, I carry you. And when I carry you, I do not stumble. My arms do not fail, my grip does not loosen. Even when your faith trembles and your heart cries out in fear, I hold you steady. You are not at the mercy of the storm. You are held by the strength of the one who rules over the storm. Do you understand how safe you are in me? Winds may howl, the waters may rise, but they cannot reach beyond my embrace. You may feel surrounded by chaos, but in truth, you are surrounded by my love. And that love has no end, no limit, no weakness. You see your brokenness and think, surely this disqualifies me. But I see your brokenness and I say, this is where my strength will shine. You see your failures and think, this is why I cannot go on. But I see your failures and I say, this is why I carry you. You see your weakness and think, I am too much of a burden. But I look at you and say, you are my beloved, and it is my joy to lift you. Do you know why I carry you? Because you are mine. I purchased you with my blood. I called you by name before the foundations of the earth. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are not lost in the crowd. You are the one I left the 99 to rescue. You are the treasure I gave everything to redeem. And because you are mine, I will not leave you to fight alone. I carried the cross for you. I carried the weight of sin, shame, and death upon my shoulders so that you would never have to be crushed by it. If I carried the heaviest burden of all for you, do you think I will leave you now in this lesser storm? No, beloved. I who carried you through the grave will carry you through this valley. Rest your weary soul. You do not have to hold yourself together. I am holding you. You do not have to have all the answers. I am the way, the truth, and the life. You do not have to see the whole path ahead. You only need to trust the one who knows the end from the beginning. Think of Israel in the wilderness. They thought they could not survive the desert. They feared hunger, thirst, enemies, and the endless barren land. Yet day after day I carried them. I gave them manna. I poured water from the rock. I guided them with fire by night and cloud by day. And when their strength was gone, I lifted them as a father carries his child. Beloved, the same God who carried them carries you now. You may feel like the journey is long, but I promise, you are not walking in circles. Even here I am leading you somewhere. Even when the road feels dry, I am shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you. This season is not wasted. I am carrying you toward a future you cannot yet see. A future filled with hope, peace, and joy beyond what you imagine. When you feel surrounded by darkness, remember, my light shines brightest there. When you feel like your prayers are whispers lost in the wind, know this, not one word has failed to reach my heart. I am nearer than your breath. I hear, I see, I know, I act. Even when you cannot perceive it, I am at work. Beloved, picture yourself in my arms, not just in moments of worship, but in the rawness of your pain. Picture yourself there in the middle of the night when tears fall silently. Picture yourself there in the disappointment of another closed door, in the confusion of unanswered questions. Picture yourself safe against my chest, my hand covering you, my voice whispering over you. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. I will carry you through. Do not think for a moment that I carry you reluctantly. I carry you with joy. Just as a father delights in lifting his tired child, just as a shepherd rejoices to bear the lamb on his shoulders, so I rejoice to bear you. Your weakness draws my strength. Your need invites my nearness. Your emptiness makes room for my fullness. And know this, I am not only carrying you through this trial, I am carrying you to higher ground. When this storm passes, you will stand on solid rock, stronger than before. You will not remain in the valley forever. I am lifting you step by step, even when you cannot feel movement, until your feet stand on the mountain of victory. You may not understand now. You may not see how the pieces fit. But trust me, nothing in your story is wasted. Even what the enemy meant for harm, I will turn for good. Even the pain you wish you could erase, I will transform into a testimony of my faithfulness. One day you will look back and say, I did not walk through that valley by myself. I was carried. You will look back and realize that every step of the way, my footprints were beside yours, and in the hardest places, it was not your footprints at all, but mine alone. So let go of fear. Release the burden of control. Rest in the arms that never fail. You are safe, you are loved, and you are carried. Not just for a moment, not just until you are strong again, but always, forever, my beloved. I will carry you through. Beloved child, hear me once again. You still wonder, Lord, how long will this valley last? How long must I feel the weight pressing against my soul? And I say to you, you are not walking this valley alone. Every step you take is cradled within my steps. Every breath you breathe is strengthened by my spirit. You think the valley is endless, but even valleys have boundaries, and I have already marked the day when you will step into the wide open fields of peace. I know that waiting feels heavy. I know the silence feels unbearable at times, but do not confuse my silence with absence. Do not confuse delay with denial. Even when I appear quiet, I am carrying you forward. Even when you cannot see movement, I am moving mountains on your behalf. My timing is not your timing, but it is always perfect. Beloved, you often measure strength by what you can accomplish, by what you can endure. But I measure strength differently. True strength is not how much you can carry, but how fully you allow yourself to be carried. You were never meant to shoulder every burden. You were never created to walk through storms alone. From the very beginning, my plan has always been to carry you, to lift you when you cannot stand, to shelter you when the storm rages, to hold you until peace returns. Consider how a mother carries her infant. The child is not strong enough to walk, not wise enough to choose the path, not aware enough to see dangers. Yet the child is safe, because the mother carries them close to her heart. In the same way, I carry you. You may not see the dangers avoided. You may not understand why I turn you from certain roads, but because you are in my arms, you are safe. You are hidden in the shadow of my wings. When you stumble in sin, you think, surely he will put me down now. Surely I am too unworthy to be held. But hear me. I did not carry you because you were perfect. I carried you because you are mine. I carried you because my love is stronger than your weakness. I carried you because my blood has already spoken over you, forgiven, redeemed, beloved. Do not let shame tell you that I will drop you. I will never let you go. When the enemy whispers, you will not make it, you will fail again, you are too broken, too weary, too weak, lift your eyes to me. Hear my voice over the lies. I am the one who carries you. I am the one who strengthens you. I am the one who finishes what I begin. The enemy's accusations are loud, but my promise is louder. No one can snatch you out of my hand. Beloved, do not fear your weakness. Do not despise your neediness. It is your weakness that draws me closer. It is your emptiness that allows me to fill you. It is your helplessness that invites my strength to shine. Paul once said, "When I am weak, then I am strong," because he understood this mystery. Your weakness is not the end of you, it is the doorway to me. Let me remind you of my footprints. When you see only one set in the sand, do not assume you walked alone. Those are the moments I lifted you into my arms when your feet could not take another step. I carried you across storms, through valleys, and into tomorrow. And I will keep carrying you until you stand with me in glory. Beloved, picture this. a shepherd lifting his lamb onto his shoulders. The lamb does not resist, it simply rests. Its legs dangle freely, its head against the shepherd's neck, fully dependent, fully safe. This is how I carry you. You do not need to control the journey. You only need to rest in me. Stop striving to prove your strength. Stop fearing that your weakness will disqualify you. Simply rest, because I delight to carry you. I am not only carrying you out of danger, but into destiny. Every trial you endure, every burden I lift, every tear I wipe away, all of it is shaping you, preparing you, refining you. When you come through this season, and you will come through, you will be stronger in faith, deeper in love, and brighter in hope. Your testimony will not be, "I barely survived, but the Lord carried me, and his strength never failed." Beloved, the day will come when you stand upon higher ground. You will look back on these valleys, these storms, these nights of tears, and you will see my fingerprints over it all. You will realize that the very places you thought would destroy you were the very places where my arms held you most tightly. You will realize that the very moments you thought I was far were the moments I carried you closest to my heart. And even now, I am not only carrying you, I am carrying the weight of your fears, your doubts, your unanswered questions. Give them to me. Do not hold them inside. Let me shoulder what you cannot. You were never meant to figure everything out alone. Trust not in your ability to understand, but in my ability to carry. Hear me clearly, beloved. I will not put you down until the journey is complete. I will not set you aside halfway. I will not leave you unfinished. I will carry you through every valley, across every river, beyond every storm, until you stand with me in eternal light. And even then, I will carry you still, not because you are weak, but because my love never ceases. So rest now. Breathe deeply of my presence. Let your striving cease. You are not held together by your own willpower, but by my everlasting arms. The world may shake, but I do not. The winds may roar, but I am unshaken. And because you are in my arms, you too are unshaken. Beloved, lift your eyes. The storm is not the end. The valley is not forever. The night will give way to morning, and through it all I remain the same, your shepherd, your savior, your father, your friend. I carried you yesterday, I carry you today, and I will carry you tomorrow. Forever, my beloved, I will carry you through. Beloved child, listen closely now, for I am bringing you deeper into my heart. You have walked long in shadows, you have wrestled with heaviness, and you have asked, "Lord, will this ever end?" And I tell you now with unwavering certainty, yes, this valley will end. Yes, this storm will pass. But more than that, you will not simply survive it, you will rise from it. For I am not only carrying you through the pain, I am carrying you into promise. You see only the weight of this present trial, but I see the crown prepared for you. You feel only the pressing burden, but I see the glory being birthed within you. Every tear you shed is being collected. Every prayer you whispered is written before me. Every step you take, weary as it feels, is leading you closer to the day when you will see with your own eyes what I have promised. Child, hear this truth. Your story is not ending in defeat. Your life is not destined to be marked by sorrow forever. I am the God who turns mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty, despair into hope. What feels like a crushing weight today will become tomorrow's testimony of my power. You will one day declare, not with trembling lips, but with boldness, "I was carried by the Lord, and his arms never let me fall." Beloved, I know the world has tried to convince you that you are forgotten, that your prayers are wasted, that your waiting is pointless. But I tell you, none of it is wasted. Not a single sigh escapes my notice. Not a single tear falls without my awareness. Even now, what you cannot see is that I am weaving all things, even the painful, even the confusing, even the moments you regret, to a story of redemption. You wonder, but Lord, what if I fall again? What if I fail? And I answer you with love. Even then I will carry you. Do you not yet see? I do not carry you because of your flawless steps. I carry you because you are mine. I do not set you down when you stumble. Rather, I hold you tighter. My blood has already secured your place in my arms. My love has already declared your value. My cross has already spoken your worth. When you tremble, I am steady. When you doubt, I remain faithful. When your faith feels too small, my faithfulness is still greater. Do not measure my commitment to you by the strength of your grip on me. Measure it by the strength of my grip on you. And I will never let you go. Beloved, let your heart imagine for a moment the day when the trials of this earth are no more. The day when I wipe every tear from your eyes, when sorrow and pain are gone forever. The day when you stand before me, no longer weary, no longer broken, but radiant in the fullness of my presence. Do you see it? That is where I am carrying you. That is the destination your soul was made for. But until that day, I will not abandon you to fend for yourself. I carry you now as surely as I will carry you then. I carry you through the long nights when sleep will not come. I carry you through the anxious hours when your mind races. I carry you through the moments when people misunderstand you, when loneliness surrounds you, when strength leaves you. And even when you feel like you are walking, it is still I who uphold you. You may not always sense my arms, but you will see the evidence of my carrying in hindsight. One day you will look back on these days and realize, I did not make it because I was strong. I made it because He carried me. Child, do not be afraid of tomorrow. Do not waste today with fear of what lies ahead. Tomorrow is already in my hands, and so are you. I go before you, I walk beside you, and I carry you when the ground beneath your feet feels unstable. There is not a single step you take that is outside of my care. Hear this promise. You will not be crushed. You will not be consumed. You will not be abandoned. You are carried, and you are cherished. You are chosen, and you are protected. Even if storms rage louder, my arms remain stronger. Even if darkness lingers longer, my light remains brighter. Even if your heart feels faint, my love remains unbreakable. Beloved, I want you to rest now, not in your understanding, but in my presence. Rest in knowing that you are not held up by your performance, but by my promise. Rest in knowing that you are not defined by your failures, but by my faithfulness. Rest in knowing that you are not walking alone, for I, the Lord your God, am carrying you. So breathe deeply, child. Release the weight you've been clutching. Let me hold it for you. Let me carry it, and let me carry you. For this is not the end. The valley is not forever. The storm will not last. And through it all, every step, every trial, every tear, my arms will never let you go. Yes, beloved, hear it again. I will carry you through, always. Beloved child, lean closer now, for these are the words I long to seal upon your heart forever. You have heard my whispers through the storm. You have felt my arms beneath your weakness. You have seen glimpses of my faithfulness along the path. But now I tell you this with unshakable truth. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. And I will carry you until the very end. Do not think that your journey is unnoticed, for I have watched every step. Do not believe the lie that you are unseen, for my eyes have never turned away from you. Do not fear that you will be left halfway, for I do not abandon what I begin. What I have started in you, I will bring to completion. The hand that formed you is the same hand that upholds you, and the same hand that will one day wipe every tear from your eyes. Child, hear me. This season you are in will not define you. My love will. This trial you are facing will not destroy you. My presence will sustain you. This valley you are walking through will not swallow you. My arms will carry you. And when you look back, you will see that at the very moment you thought you were alone, I was holding you closer than ever. You wonder, Lord, will I make it through? But the real question is, do you believe I am enough? And I say to you, I am more than enough. I am your strength when yours is gone. I am your hope when the night grows long. I am your peace when the world shakes. I am your song in the silence. I am your rest when weariness consumes you. You do not walk by your own power. You are being carried by mine. Even now, while you struggle to see the full picture, I am painting beauty from the ashes. While you question the why, I am working out the how. While you feel weak, I am proving myself strong. Nothing in your life is wasted. Not a single prayer, not a single tear, not a single moment of surrender. All of it is being woven into a tapestry of glory that will shine brighter than the darkness you've endured. Beloved, listen to the rhythm of my heart. You are mine. Nothing can snatch you out of my hand. Not fear, not failure, not death, not life, not the powers of darkness, not the weight of shame, not the sting of loss. Nothing in all creation can separate you from my love. And because you are mine, I will carry you through. There will be days when the ground feels unsteady beneath your feet, but I will be your solid rock. There will be nights when the shadows seem endless, but I will be your light. There will be battles that feel beyond your strength, but I will be your victory. And in the end, when this life is finished, I will carry you home. Yes, child, this is the final promise. When your race is complete, when your breath on this earth has ended, my arms will be the ones that lift you into eternity. You will not enter heaven weary and broken. You will enter carried and whole. You will not stumble into my presence. You will be lifted by the one who carried you all the way. And then, forevermore, you will dwell with me, not in valleys, not in storms, but in eternal joy, eternal peace, eternal love. So release your fears now. Let go of your striving. Rest in the arms that have never failed you. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not fighting alone. You are being carried, today, tomorrow, and forever. My beloved, I speak over you one final time. You are safe in my arms. You are held in my embrace. You are loved beyond measure. And I, your Savior, your Shepherd, your King, will carry you through until the very end of time. Beloved child, I have carried you through storms you could not endure, through valleys you could not navigate, through nights you thought would never end. And now I call you into something greater, not just to be carried, but to walk with me in step, to breathe in my rest, to live in the unshakable peace of my presence. You see, being carried by me is not a temporary rescue. It is a way of life. I never intended for you to run endlessly in your own strength. I never asked you to strive for worthiness or to prove yourself before the world. My desire has always been simple, that you would rest in me. When the world demands more of you than you can give, rest in me. When people wound you and leave you empty, rest in me. When your mind is heavy with questions you cannot answer, rest in me. When tomorrow feels uncertain, rest in me. Child, I am not only your deliverer, I am your dwelling place. I am not only your helper in the storm, I am your home in the stillness. My arms that carried you in weakness are the same arms that now invite you to abide, to stay, to remain. You do not need to keep wandering, chasing after fleeting comforts, exhausting yourself on empty promises. You have a place in me, a place of belonging, a place of safety, a place of eternal love. I know you fear losing control, but control was never your calling. Trust is. I know you hesitate to let go, but surrender was always the doorway to peace. I know you feel unworthy to be loved so deeply, but my love is not based on your worthiness. It is based on my unchanging nature. So, my beloved, cease from striving. Release the weight. Lay down the burdens you were never meant to carry. Let your weary soul breathe again in my presence. Let your trembling heart find rhythm again in my heartbeat. Let your restless mind quiet itself under my word of peace. I am here. I am enough. I will never let you go.